I promised to do this one last week and completely forgot about it. It's Q&A. It's from Tim. He said,
Wait. Don, what the hell are you doing?
Playing with laser pointer with Massey while y'all are...
Don, you need to pay attention to this because this is a very pertinent question for you as well.
I'm sorry, but that's kind of adorable at this point. He's like, screw you guys, I'm playing with my cat.
No, I could not at all tell what he was doing.
Oh, I'm actually really tempted. Let me, is this the green laser pointer? Yes, it is. Let me turn my video back on.
Are you going to shine it in our eyes and make us all blind?
Yep, I sure am.
That's going to ruin your webcam.
This is a $5 webcam that I'm pointing at you guys that I got at Goodwill. The better webcam right here, I'm not really going to show. Ooh, it just bounced in my eye. I think I'm going to get it blind.
This is Radio Free Cybertron with your host, Brian Kilby, featuring Chris, Don, Rob, Diecast, John, and Melvar. For the latest Transformer news, reviews, and more, visit tformers.com.
This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 402. I had to look at the screen to tell me because I was thinking it was 403 for some reason. I'm your host, Brian Kilby. With me this week, we have Chris, Diecast, Melvar, Headmaster Don, John DeLuna, Rob Clay, and the man himself, the myth, the legend, Rob Springer.
The invisible.
Trust us, we're here.
You know, people who... Rob's a little irked because Skype told him that his computer wasn't fast enough to run video. Which isn't true, obviously, but...
Magically, only my computer every week.
Yeah. My computer is even older than yours, and I get by well enough. I look like a Sega CD game, but I get by well enough.
And you skip, but you know.
Yeah,
sometimes.
So you have to like take them out and blow into that's the Nintendo. Never mind.
Sometimes it's like a Pringles can.
If anybody wants to take me out and blow into me, I'm cool with that.
Whoa,
probably overdue.
Yeah.
Oh God. Okay, this is not going well. This
is 1, 2, and 3.
Not going well. Okay, let's see here. On the show this week, we have what do we have? We got lots of news. Oh my God, do we have lots of news? More news than we can.
We probably should trim some of this out.
Yeah, we can do it on the fly. But
we can just dump the third party news. That's fine.
No,
don't say it out loud, or we'll hear about it for a week.
Yeah.
How dare you talk about what you want to talk about?
There's some interesting stuff.
Yeah, I'll strike through that one and that one. Okay. So let's see here. Anything? So Toy Fair coming up in what? 2 weeks? Just about 2 weeks.
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
By the time you hear this, it'll be about 2 weeks, or it'll be like last week, or if you're listening in 2017, it was a really awesome Toy Fair, I'm certain. But yeah, so February 14th, spend your day with us instead of your significant other. And if you don't have a significant other, that's just perfect. Just drown in your sorrows watching Toy Fair coverage at tfradio.net/live and at tformers.com because it's going to be glorious. Really excited. Diecast will be there. And we're going to have all the best coverage at TF Radio on Twitter and on tformers.com. It'll be pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Anything in particular we're looking forward to? Maybe like, I don't know, a Titan class Devastator.
You guys hear about Devastator?
Is there anything we're looking forward to that hasn't been shown in some way, whether officially or not at this point?
You guys hear about Devastator?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this guy who looked like Rob Springer blocking my view when I pulled up the photo on my phone.
Okay, now let's settle this right now. Rob Springer, are you ever known to wear a suit?
That's my profession, and well, you know, people have died.
Yeah, in Germany. Let's add that.
And I said this is proof that we have an insider because you know that was him in the photo.
Yeah,
I thought it was Alex Shelley, and he let himself go.
Let's see here. On the show this week again, news. No This Week in History, because nothing interested me. And we said we were doing Q&A last week, but guess what? We didn't. So we're going to do the Q&A segment that we were going to do last week. Apologies to our friend Tim who we failed to ask the question. And Diecast has a note that he just pasted in. Rob just burped. Diecast got Albrick in.
Which is the Unique Toys Ripper Snapper.
How much did you pay for that?
He's 95.
You know how much I paid for Ripper Snapper? $4.
I was going to say 5, but I mean, that worked.
Can yours do this?
He can when Kilby ham hands it and breaks it. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the joint for the arm in combined mode, and the fact that it just pulls out of the torso, it's one of those things when once you see it, it's like, that was ingenious. How come all the combiners didn't have this before? It's it really makes the figure, and I know this is kind of the plain figure out of the the whole set,
The two.
but he is super nice, and I got him from the Chosen Prime, and they're awesome, and they shipped it out right away, and it's definitely worth picking up, and I'm so happy that I'm gonna get an Abominus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're satisfied with it, that's what counts.
Yeah.
We all may get an Abominus next year. You never know.
Pretty
And they
close.
ship the hands and feet with it, with the with each one, so it kind of makes it feel like more of a combiner.
In all honesty,
So
I
they're
thought you
kind
were
of doing the
talking.
same thing Combiner Wars is doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I thought you were talking about macaroni and cheese from Aldi when you said the name.
Albrick.
Yeah,
Is that the name of their house brand for
I've
macaroni?
seen
No.
it there. I swear.
Oh, I just realized I got a bag of Jive in the cupboard. I haven't even opened it yet.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Racist.
I love.
Hey,
Definitely hard to understand. Like I don't get these names at all. I don't know what they were
But
going.
you know
for.
what's awesome? Jive from Aldi.
Yeah.
What is
Just not
Jive? Coffee?
No, Jive is
No,
their.
it's a candy bar.
It's a candy bar. It's their not Twix.
Yeah.
Oh.
And always magically the chocolate is white, even when it's fresh.
so it's
Sounds like a
a
zero bar
third-party
almost.
Twix.
no, it's meant to be milk chocolate, Don.
Oh.
Does
They
it taste like
intend-
chocolate?
What was that,
Kinda.
John? Yeah, it does. It tastes like chocolate.
Hey, so one of the things that's still kind of cool about third party, kind of like Diecast mentioned, is some of the transformation innovations. I guess it's creative, whatever. I mean, we won't talk about like the idea of an Abominus or like that. Like on that level, maybe third party's not so creative, but within the transformations, sure, they can innovate. Okay, so one. Diecast, I don't know if you've heard this anymore on this, but I did read, I guess, a fairly solid rumor, which I thought was really neat. And if Hasbro rips it off, I would be tickled with their Abominus. But so apparently, with this one, the Abominus's chest/shield for hunger, it also doubles as wings for Hunger's beast mode. So that chest splits into two and folds out to become a pair of wings that you can put on beast mode for not hunger.
Neat.
I thought that was really neat.
That sounds cool.
Dragons usually have wings, so
Well, and they
It's not
see what they
required,
want,
but
they're
yeah.
going to
So
say.
basically, it's how to train your hunger.
They've got a lot
That's
of
good,
good
Don.
things going on with this, and believe it or not, he actually feels like he's better quality than not Blot. And everyone said the quality on that was really good for Unique Toys. So they're
Unique Toys is kind of coming up in the ranks a little bit.
Well-
really surprising.
Well, I've got their Optimus Prime. You can't see it behind the sheet. I've got their Optimus Prime upgrade kit for Evasion Mode Prime. And other than the stress marks on the back from the smokestacks that I still have to hair dry out, it's a solid kit. And it really does a lot.
you can hair dry out stress marks.
That's what I was told.
That
Well,
doesn't seem
okay.
possible.
No, I mean, it does work because basically, stress mark is just where the plastic is stretching. When you hair dry it, heating it up can let it relax back into its original shape.
Really?
It doesn't
Yep.
necessarily re-strengthen the plastic in that place, so it can still be more susceptible to breaking, but you can potentially eliminate the ugly marks on the plastic.
Interesting. That sort of makes sense, but I would figure that there'd be permanent damage from the stretch
Well,
mark.
that's why I'm saying, like, it'll relax enough so that the discoloration will fade,
Okay.
but the structure of the plastic does not necessarily go back to its original
Basically,
state.
the pigment that makes it that color has pulled apart, but it comes back
Right.
together. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure if y'all can see. There's some
That's
stretch
how-
marks.
Yeah, I can actually see that pretty clearly on the.
We just
the top
Bill
left.
Nye this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's how I've heard the science explain. I've had the science explained to me that way when I've asked about it too, because it didn't exactly make sense to me that you could hair dry out stress marks completely.
But now, Diecast, I got to take you to task with one thing. You went with Bill Nye. I love Bill
It's
Nye.
not
It's great.
Beekman.
He's not Beekman. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's-
Yeah.
Beekman needs some love too, man.
Okay.
I was a little too old for Beekman.
I'm
Never
older.
too old for Beekman.
I'm older than you are. Don's older than all of us. I liked Beekman's World.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead. We've got lots of news. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Look, all of our childhood TV scientists have their merits.
So mine
Let's
is
not
real,
start a
mine.
war.
Mine is Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard,
Yeah.
I know.
Let me tell you something, kids. You can learn a lot from. Look what you can do with this Atari ST computer, Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember a specific Mr. Wizard segment where one of the kid helpers had his head cut off and put on a plate on a table.
That was dinosaurs.
No. It was a mirror.
Yeah, it was mirrors around the edge of the table.
Yep. It wasn't that we need another Timmy. That was actually really Mr. Wizard.
Yeah.
Dinosaurs is
no,
better.
No, but it like that. Not a lot of watching Mr. Wizard at that age stood out because I was like 5 years old. But like that one thing has stayed with me really clearly in my mind ever since because it was just so neat to see how that worked.
Okay, let's go ahead
And
and.
then I wished my head was on a plate on the table.
Yeah, that would be cool. Top story. Guess what? So there's a lot of security at Toy Fair UK and Germany. That's the reason we don't see photos coming out of those, and we're surprised come US Toy Fair. Well, we have a partial photo of that Titan Class Devastator.
Because of Windows.
Yes, apparently
Yeah.
the security isn't watching the windows.
And we don't mean the computer program on your computer. We mean literally.
That doesn't have much
Windows.
security either.
Let's see.
But yeah, so
And then on this photo, the only photo we got is some guy standing in front of the Devastator. So we
Okay,
got
but
like
you
a
can-
little bit of a leg.
actually,
Security worked good enough, I guess. Like,
Okay.
just a shoulder
You can-
brace.
You can see enough though just to see that okay, this is a proper normal structured Devastator. You can't
Yeah.
see all the details on it, but it's put together like a Devastator. It sadly does not have a prowl on top, but some people will be happy for that too.
Yeah.
The leg does appear to be Scrapper.
Well, and you can see Hook's mast over the over
Yeah.
where the right shoulder would be, but instead is a guy's bald head.
And I'm really happy it's going to be 6 figures, or it looks like 6 figures, because if you look at the box on the ground, there's 6 circles that look like they all have robots in them.
I'm super stoked. I can't wait.
So,
Yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
And let's see here. And it's also, it looks like Blue Streak is up there, top right as well.
Yeah, that's Matt
Yeah,
Blue
sure.
Streak
Well, now,
box.
I would-
And there's also some errant pixels on the bottom that people think might be the packaging for Trypticon.
Where?
Trypticon where?
Down on the
Pull that
down on the
back up.
floor on the right.
That looks like a very small box.
Well, I don't know. It's halfway up to his. It's right there at his knee.
Nah, Trypticon's bigger than that.
Legend size Trypticon. No, it's
Yeah,
Hey.
that looks like some kind of like maybe gift set or something.
Yeah.
2-pack or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that looks
Oh,
like
you know
a
what? Maybe
2-pack.
that's the cone heads. The cone heads
Yeah, that-
or triple changer set.
That might
But
be.
the silver streak looks like. Now I can't quite tell with my eyes, but it looks like it's the silver version, correct? Not the.
No, I think it's the anime colors.
hard to tell.
Okay.
So is Devastator's
I mean,
box
it
like
looks
a
like
giant window box? I can't
It
tell.
kind of looks
if it's
like
like
it.
if it's like Prowl, it's just a really big clear photo of the toy on the front.
No, Chris. It's coming blister carded.
You joke, but I would kind of be
I
down
know.
with that.
Well,
That's
they
kind of
did that for Galactus at SDCC.
I
They
know.
put it on blister card.
And of course, all those knockoffs, non-transforming combiners
Well,
Yeah.
or transformers. Let's see. But yeah, that's really cool. So that was XV's top story. Of course, my top story is that Hasbro's filed for Gobots trademark.
Yes.
And will potentially. It sounds like they, of course, this is a blanket trademark, so it could. They want it for games, movies, videos, etc. But come on, GoBots.
Yeah. Well,
a lot of places were saying, will this may mean a live action movie, but just looking at the patents, I don't think, or the trademarks, I don't think so. Because for one thing, the thing that I'm almost 100% certain is never going to happen is that the one trademark covers a GoBots tabletop role-playing game.
I would so play that. Oh my god, I would play that.
But yeah, if basically, the good news out of this is if they want to do anything with GoBots, this is the first step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the only thing is, though, because I mentioned this on Twitter, is why has Bandai not done Masterpiece Machine Robo figures yet?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And problem is, though, and we asked this at Botcon last year, Hasbro has the rights to the names
and the characters.
Likenesses.
That's a good
because
point.
Because the toys are the Machine Robo characters.
Yes.
Bandai, but Hasbro only has the canon rights to the names.
And at one point during their Hasbro also owned the phrase Machine Robo.
Yeah, because they did that on that Universe 1 Inferno.
Machine Robo Rescue.
Machine Robo Rescue, exactly.
Interesting.
So, I would love to see. I'm going to tangent just for a second. Masterpiece Jeeper Creeper.
I'd buy it.
Masterpiece Blockhead.
I'd be there.
Masterpiece Heat Seeker.
Oh, I'm all about it.
All prepared for this. Right
Yeah,
now.
no kidding. Do you have a PowerPoint too?
Masterpiece Puzzler.
Oh yes. So I'm saying, hopefully Hasbro knows there are people that don't find fault with GoBot toys like we do with the cartoons.
So somebody on Facebook had said that.
Here we go. Power suits with grungy and courageous for Masterpiece figures.
So somebody on that'd be really cool. Somebody on Facebook said that it's like GoBots. Who cares about that? That was like the Transformers for the poor kids. To me, Transformers are like GoBots for the uppity kids. So those.
Well, look at this. For everybody that puts GoBots down, this Heat Seeker is one of my favorite figures. Heat Seeker is one of my favorites because the transformation is very unique. This was $2.99. For $3.99, you got a throttle bot. This is 10 times the toy of a throttle bot, even if you toss in the decoys.
So actually, though, Melvar's point about the power suit, that would be really cool.
That would.
We don't get anything like that anymore, really. I mean, that would make a great Legends style sort of base or play set, but also combine. It actually would be kind of like that Optimus Prime. That was a nightmare.
Well, imagine if they did a Guardian Command Center or a Thruster like Generations Metroplex.
Yeah.
You guys know they're probably just going to be generic robots, right?
It'll probably be like the GoBots.
Yeah, it's like they own the names. It's like, yeah.
But I'm just saying, really, if Bandai wants a piece of this Transformer masterpiece action, they're sitting on a gold mine. I mean, they don't have to be the same size or same level as like masterpiece level. They could be like a 6 or 8 inch figure, or even maybe a little bit smaller, but still have the complexity.
And it's the likenesses. I'm certain that Hasbro has better lawyers than I know Hasbro has better lawyers than I do, actually. So I'm certain they could figure out something to sorry, inside joke. To maybe skirt by at least the likeness thing to get some. Because Hasbro's been really good about coming up with these obscure characters and such, and making toys around them that look like. Yeah, so I'm certain they could do something to skirt it. Of course, maybe they're afraid of Bandai. I mean, that's possible because it's not like Bandai is Harmony Gold.
Well, Bandai will send Ultraman after them and knock on his.
You guys know the aerial bot that everyone pretended to care about the minute they found out they weren't getting him? What's his name again?
Slingshot.
Notice he looks awful like Leader 1. So, yeah.
Interesting.
No, but not exactly like.
I mean, yeah.
Well, okay, if you put Slingshot's head on Air Raid's body.
Which
I'm sure is possible.
And
I'm
let's
sure
face it, if
they're
not
designed that way.
100% like it.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Perchance to dream.
Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Moving ahead. So we have images of the alt modes for Combiner Wars Hotspot and Groove. Is this I thought this was from the comic. Is this not from the cover?
No. That was last week.
Oh,
That was Defense Order last week.
This is this is new then. So what
This is from
This is from the updated Transformers app.
Yeah, this is the updated app where you can vote and everything for the Combiner figure.
I know,
So
I've
let's
voted
talk-
for that
let's-
fourth limb a million times.
Yeah, let's talk about these to get together a little bit because they kind of intersect here. The app's been updated and the voting for the fan belt combiner has started. So right now they're at the part where like you can pick what the structure of the combiner is going to be. So you can choose from the 3 existing Voyager molds for the torso and their associated legends. So what
was that?
I was voting.
Somebody's playing with the app.
Oh, okay.
Is Rob a cyborg? What's going on?
At least
that's
it's relevant background noise.
Let me just turn this down.
Now imagine Rob as a Cyberman.
Time to vote. Vote now. Fourth limb again. Listen, app. I have voted for this fourth limb a million times. This app is just the worst.
So we got Hotspot and Groove revealed through the Voyager category because it's the 3 Voyager molds we're going to have this year. So you can pick from Silverbolt and Power Glide as a pair, Optimus and Blackjack as a pair, or Hotspot and Groove as a pair, because they're the ones designed to work together. And then the limbs is Off-Road for 1 limb, Alpha Bravo, and I think the Fireflight mold for another.
Yeah.
It just says jet and helicopter.
Yeah, but which model did they use? Was it the Harrier vehicle, or was it...
They're all similar.
Yeah, I know, that's kind of the problem with aerial bots.
Yeah.
I'm voting trucks.
I hope it's a good mix and match because, like all 4 trucks suck. All 4, get the good combination in there. Want everything.
I want some trucks. We don't get enough trucks. We get Optimus. Way.
The only thing I'm going to say is
We get a Ford Bronco.
I was really hoping
It's
for
the skydive mold, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was really hoping for some ships. I wanted some naval vehicles or something. Just to the new.
I'm a little miffed at the last time we voted because I didn't vote for Wingblade. I wanted like a Ninja Dolphin, and I'm pretty sure no one else voted for a Kabuki thing.
But we got Windblade, and that's the important thing.
Yeah, I think the Kabuki style, that was the designer's choice, and everything else was based on.
I think
And
someone
we got a really great comic out of Windblade, so.
Did we?
And I think someone who designed Windblade had watched Face of the Ninjika the night before.
And DeviantArt design.
So what else are we going to be able to vote on, XV?
Well, in upcoming rounds, we should be able to choose things like names. We can choose the faction affiliation already. So like the first round's going to decide if it's an Autobot or Decepticon combiner and what it's made of. So after that it'll be probably deco stuff, names specifically, and probably stuff for the bio.
Bigfoot and the Monster Machines, the combiner.
That
is what I'm aiming at.
So actually, while I'm thinking about it, I know we're not going to see it, but if Hasbro really loves us, I'd love to see a Raiden out of Combiner Wars.
Made a pickup truck.
Well, if they do trains, Brian, we can get Raiden and JRX.
Or Thomas. Just saying.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Thomas was everywhere.
Yeah, I would love that. We could get another JRX, but that's true.
But the first one's pretty awesome, so that'd be hard to top.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay, as a combiner, JRX is pretty good. Combiner Wars beats it hands down until it's bloody, but JRX was pretty good
for 2001.
Being a combiner in 2000. Well, 2000.
2000 when the Car Robots version came out.
Yeah. No, I mean it's good. I still have some of those around.
Considering the last combiner we had before that, I guess was Magnaboss and Tripredicus.
Yeah.
Or did Bill King come out before that?
No,
Bill King came out.
Bill King came out after JRX. Okay. JRX was part of the initial assortment, I believe.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I remember when I finally got my last member of the American JRX, and I was like, we're having a New Year's Eve party at my apartment, and I was showing people, like, they were looking at my toys. I was like, hey, look, this one's got a light-up gun. You know, I had that LED gun. And I was like, oh, it still works. I'm like, just bought it, you idiot. This is not old.
The LED gun kind of bothered me because, like, it's a red light with translucent blue plastic, so that light is not going anywhere.
It lights up. Look at my laser gun.
If they had used, like, colorless clear plastic, it would have worked a lot better. Or, like, clear red. That would have been great. Remember
pew,
at the
pew, light up gun.
Remember at the end of Robots in Disguise when they put the laser cycles out in the 2-pack?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how bright and, like, powerful those lit up their weapons because it was colorless clear and they had really good LEDs in there.
Well,
I think the batteries are still good in mine. Sorry, Don.
Probably.
Oh, no, I would say the only trouble is, Brian, is the Sentai that's ending in Japan in the next few weeks is based on trains, and that'll be over here in about 2 years.
Maybe.
Isn't that the one with the inappropriate robot?
Yes.
Yes, it's Robot Train Dick. The
So,
Megazord.
I mean,
Why we won't.
you know, that's the only thing they might be looking at is if Bandai's going to bring that series over, then are they going to compete against Bandai America Train on Train?
Yes.
I hope so, because that's going to be the best thing ever. Train on train action. Here's Bandai's Robodom.
And let it be called Train Wars.
Well, the girl one's purple, because we don't want a pink one.
This is all going to have to get edited out.
Oh, no, it's fine.
We're a little blue. So, guess what? We have
Blue Ranger's even worse.
Yeah. So we have we have news and photos of Combiner Wars Rodimus, and he's legend scale again. So I went ahead and got Cloud Rodimus.
And
That's kind of a backhanded compliment.
They sure did make Celion, didn't they?
I was going to say, if you want to get a repaint as Rodimus,
Yeah.
there you go,
Hey,
right
I'm
there.
going to have both.
At least this is a new mold.
Well,
It's blackjack, man.
yeah.
Black.
Oh, it's blackjack? Never mind. I didn't know. I don't have blackjack in my hand yet, so
Nobody
Yeah.
has Blackjack in hand yet.
He said yet. Yeah.
That's
It's been
week.
released.
The thing is, it's not a bad-looking toy.
Oh, no, it's not.
Rodimus at all. And I was thinking the other day, walking from my car, because the news just broke, and I was like, 10 years ago, we'd all been like, dude, you see the new Rodimus? And after a decade of, classics, it's like, man.
Yeah, it's for the legends that we've gotten up to this point, other than, like, say, the Wind Charger, which I don't think is near as good as the Reveal the Shield version.
No.
That's a letdown compared to something like Power Glide and Bombshell.
Yeah.
It's, like I said, if he would have been named something
Blackjack,
else.
it's great.
He could, you know what? If they gave him Blackjack's head and painted him like that, it could have been like Samus Aran robot.
Well, and like, it's good as Blackjack. It would be a good road hugger, too, to get another
Yeah.
one from the same Micromaster team.
Roadhugger, or like I keep saying, Excelion, because look at it.
Well, it's basically the same,
Yeah.
same color deck.
And the thing is, too, if we do end up getting a G2 Minosaur through some means with Combiner Wars, they could totally do Roadhugger to be the partner because the colors would match perfectly.
It's like I said, it doesn't look bad. It's just it's got it's the unfortunate part of the toy industry is we got to use these names every so often.
Yeah.
And when was the last time we got one? 2011.
So
Yeah.
So we moving ahead, we got new photos of Takara Slingshot and Superion. We talked about this last week, but better photos have become available, and it's boring. I'll buy.
Pretty much.
Screw you, Brian. I already got it pre-ordered.
So I immediately, as soon as I saw it was up for pre-order, I clicked pre-order. Then, like the next day, I thought, "Why did I do that?" And I canceled.
And there's the other thing to consider.
Because
too.
It's coming out here.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say, because Slingshot is the only aerial bot that actually had a character.
I got
Like
a car
it-
chest on my hood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, see, that needs to be a third-party add-on right there. Somebody take note.
no, I want my giant flying purple griffin. Damn it!
Thank you.
What would it combine into?
I don't care as long as you could take Combiner Wars Slingshot and kind of put it in there, and he could pose like he was flying around. I want my purple griffin. That's all I want.
If you got a purple griffin, you don't combine with anything. Anything wants to combine with you.
Yeah.
Megatron's Purple Griffin is the Chuck Norris of Transformers.
Okay, remember last week we were blue skying about what we might see at Toy Fair. We started talking about Skylinks. Perfect recolor for the Skylinks, giant purple griffin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Exactly,
I like
Norris.
the way you think.
This,
I am pretty awesome, thank you.
And you know what it can combine with? Your wallet, son.
Yeah.
But again, I think the picture of Slingshot shows how bad that much white is with the white hand. I mean, it's just
you need something else in there for contrast because otherwise it just all bleeds together. Legends Tailgate had that problem because white car, silver windows, and just blue on the hood was the only color contrast in it. And the Takara one's even worse because it's white and doesn't even have the deco on the hood.
Yeah. Well, now at least the good thing with the yen rate is that's not a bad price for a set of 5.
It honestly isn't. The pre-order price is around 125, I think.
Yeah, it's just
which that's it's not very much over what you pay to get just the basic set of 5 Hasbro ones.
Talking about the white on white with the hand on the slingshot arm, I mean, with the Combiner Wars version, we're getting black on black with the air raid and his hand foot gun. So,
it's true.
The good thing is the people who really wanted the slavish homage, here they go, without buying the third party option, which isn't slavish either. So,
but I have to say, I still hate that yellow.
Yellow.
I think it looks a tiny bit less dumb in this picture than it did in the first one, but it's still not as good as the one.
Yeah,
we had the Fans Project upgrade kit for the Energon aerial bots, which was called the Snow White set. I'm dubbing this the Yellow Snow Superion.
It looks like he spilled mustard. It looks like he spilled mustard on his legs or something.
I mean, at least the Hasbro Superion had the sense to spill good mustard on itself. It spilled honey mustard on its legs. That's the good stuff.
I don't like mustard, really.
I don't either, but honey mustard's great.
Yeah, honey mustard is pretty
Dip
awesome.
fries in it and
Can we have buffalo sauce?
Ooh, the honey mustard from Arby's is fantastic.
I like the
You know who has
Arby's
really good
sauce.
honey mustard is O'Charlie's, and you can buy it in jars at the grocery store.
I try not to go to O'Charlie's if I can help
Well,
it.
that's why you buy it in a jar at the grocery store, so you don't actually have to go to an O'Charlie's. You can have that flavor.
I don't mind O'Charlie's. I just don't like the free bread because I eat too much of it.
I love some old Charlie's.
I will say one thing, Brian. On this picture, the blue really stands out worse as not fitting
on Skydive.
On Skydive, I mean, it really stands out as being because you see, you've got a hint of blue on Slingshot's chest and a hint of blue on the tail wing, and that's it. I mean, I don't see any other blue to make that part of the uniform color scheme.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm going to pass.
On the other hand, though, Slingshot got its own head sculpt, so that is a surprise. My expectation was they would just take Air Raid's head and paint it to look similar, orange face and scalp.
I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to the Robots in Disguise 2015. So Takara is going to include some toys that Hasbro isn't, including molds from Generations, Animated, and Prime. So the one that jumps out to me is Scoop.
Who is G2 Roadblock.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Transformers Adventures is my homeboy.
So not only is there G2 Scoop, but there's also Robots in Disguise Roll Bar.
Yeah, and it's Scoop and Swoop. Got a Swoop too.
We got Animated Killer Punch.
Animated Killer Punch
Art.
or movie Slag.
Galdar, they don't know about that.
So this is neat. I like this. I wish we were getting these, honestly.
You can get these, Ryan. You just have to pay more.
Yeah.
If I wasn't so disappointed. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rob. Go ahead.
I suppose this just kind of, falls into the thing we were saying at the end of last year that Hasbro's become Takara and Takara's become Hasbro. Because this just strikes me as some of the stuff that, a couple of years ago Hasbro would have done with these molds.
Absolutely.
The way I'm kind of seeing this, I'm sorry, Rob, I'll be quick.
Shut up.
basically, like, the way they're treating Generations, they're having a very small line with that. They don't have much else to do since there's no more movie toys, so they're taking Adventure and just using that as their fill-in line between their major collector releases with the Legend series and now Unite Warriors. Go ahead, Rob.
I was saying I haven't really bothered to import many toys in a long time. Like, I went crazy importing Beast Wars stuff, and even some of the Robot Master stuff after that. It's been like here or there. I'm importing the crap out of this line. This is good stuff.
It's the stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest.
Of course, I'm playing with my Impossible Toys Bug Bite, so don't listen to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
This is a piece of crap.
It is a piece of crap. I thought about boxing it back up and gifting it to somebody.
Someone tonight.
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't hate the scoop, well, hate's a strong word. If I wasn't so disappointed in the scoop mold, I would definitely like the roll bar homage from G2, but I just think they failed miserably on that scoop mold. But I have pre-ordered the Nemesis Prime because
What's wrong with Scoop?
It's good.
I like it. It's kind of boring.
Well, he doesn't peg together well in vehicle mode.
I can live with that.
You can't really have the target masters displayed decently, and in robot mode, he's just kind of meh. It's just But I do like this Nemesis Prime that we're getting from the yet unreleased Optimus Prime here in the U.S. I think that's
actually it is released.
The Warrior class one.
Yeah, It and Drift came out this week.
Oh, okay, all right. But I definitely like the fact that one, he's got a trailer. Apparently, it's all feet, but we got a trailer kind of with him, and I like that deco on that figure.
My name's B-Bite. My feet are bigger than my gun.
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say.
If your trailer is all feet.
Well, some of us are Sasquatchian.
Yeah. But that's... Go ahead.
But I was going to ask y'all, is that Scourge or is that Nemesis Prime? I mean, which color? It looks like it's kind of a combination of both styles.
Wouldn't it be great if it was like Galdart? I mean, not Galdart. Someone help me with that name. The Zombie Prime from the mangas.
Giltar.
Thank you, Giltar. Wouldn't that be great if that was him? Because you know what? This whole Black Convoy business is... It's 2015. We live in a world where Tumblr gets to tell us what to do. Not to mention, it's just kind of a stupid name. It's like, oh, here comes the evil guy, Black Jimmy.
Oh, so I actually, because we had more than 20 thumbnails, I missed that. Yeah, he's on the next page. Man, it's nice looking. I'm surprised by that.
It's really nice looking, but like I said, hey, look, Guitar Heart or whatever his stupid name is.
Yeah, the only thing I'm not real hepped up on is he's got the same kind of hands as Movie Hound. That he's kind of like behind these panels, kind of.
Well,
but it's minor, but it's just kind of like.
I'm going to trust a fat ballerina's ability to hold something.
Yeah, So moving ahead, let's see. So we have new photos.
E-Bite is horrible. This is the first time I've opened it, by the way.
Let's see here. Actually, do we want to talk about all of these new photos that have popped up? Lio Convoy or G2 Bumblebee.
The only thing notable with Lio Convoy is that it got a new head sculpt, which is supposed to have like the ear fin things, like some of the Japanese Beast Wars Convoy figures had, and they were apparently snipped off at the factory.
I'm calling crap on that one, because if you look at it, where would they go?
Where the white discoloration is on the sides.
Okay. My thing is, really, how well is that going to fit in that thing with antennas? That's kind of a snug.
Well, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, they designed, they sent the control art and stuff, and they actually go ahead. And then when they started putting it together, the factory found out, oh, this isn't going to work. Snip.
Oh, so go ahead.
If you look at the German art that was almost used, you'll see that it has eyebrows, and that's really why we went with this.
So looking at it, it does definitely look like it's missing something, and it strikes me that it looks kind of like a Scottish fold. Has anybody seen or know what I'm talking about? I have two. They're cats that have a mutation that cause really short ears, and people watching the video, I'm bringing one up. This is not my cat. This is one I found on Google, but
Or the principal from Monster Squad.
yeah. So it looks like he should have ears and doesn't. He's a Scottish fold. I would bring Finn or Mackenzie in here to show you, but they would scratch me.
Thing is, as unsatisfying as it kind of looks in these leak pictures, I mark out so hard for Lyle Convoy. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, guys. Undertaker's a biker right now, but it's not going to last forever, all right?
So, like, between the two uses of this that FunPub is doing, the other being Nova Prime, this would be the one I'd be more interested in. And it, like, for one thing, the deco is more interesting. And I really like that the vehicle mode is made to look kind of like a lion's head. Because if you look, in the front, it's got the nose and everything, and the weird plates on the back are the mane.
I'm digging this new alternate Beast Wars things they've been doing.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Back when I was a less sophisticated fan, starting out back in, well, not starting out, but back in the 90s, I thought Lio Convoy was the most amazing thing ever. And after owning it for about 3 minutes, I realized it really, really wasn't. But I have
what's an amazing Leo Convoy, though, is the Robot Masters one.
Yeah.
I need to get that one. It's the only one I don't have.
I've got it. But you know what? I've got some growing nostalgia for Beast Wars 2nd. Lio Convoy isn't the best toy ever, but it's very Japanese. In the sense to me, like, when I first got into Transformers, I always wanted to read the Star, Battlestar manga, or for whatever, for what there was of it from What TV Magazine, because the concept of Super Megatron and Star Convoy seemed very cool, Kewl in Japanese, and Lio Convoy also is cool in Japanese, and I guess I'm nostalgic for that simpler time in my life when, if it was Japanese, it was cool, and this sort of represents that for me. It gives me the warm and fuzzies, so I'm going to get this.
I may go out on a limb here.
You're gonna get it. It's the free figure. I mean,
Yeah.
so
I've already paid for it.
yeah. Everyone's getting it.
If I can go out on a limb here, Beast Wars 2nd is pretty much the Beast Wars equivalent of Victory.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, we're all like, man, it looks so awesome. Watch the
So
show.
it's overhyped
Man, it
and
looks.
actually really boring.
Well, at
watched
least
it,
it's
right?
better than Master Force.
Whoa!
Victory is not
Univolt.
Let's not be spouting crazy talk.
Victory is
I
not
kind
better
of
than Master
enjoyed
Force.
Master Force, to be honest.
Like somebody had posted a comment that I had made somewhere to a message group or something, because I had a knock against Victory. It's like, oh, this guy's obviously a noob. And I just like, what the hell?
I remember getting called a noob once for saying I like Beast Machines 15 years later after it came out.
It's like, oh my god.
Usually, some people are like, wow, they say there's no such thing as a stupid person, yet I use the internet. And yeah.
No,
really is the information superhighway, isn't it?
Victory is sure is a Japanese Transformer series.
Well, it's Victory. It's like Headmasters was still trying to be a little American. Victory and Master Force Order are like Monster of the Week.
Yeah, Master Force is fun, even though I make fun of it. It is enjoyable. Victory is fun, but it does nothing for me.
Yeah, I really like Zone, but once again, it's like, uh-oh, here comes the monster. Don't worry, here I am. I'm going to save the day. Oh, here's some swords.
Swords, brains, combiners with capes. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
Flying pink bunnies.
When you say, I always try to tell people when, like, Donald will agree with this. When you're telling people about Brave, it's like, if you like G1 cartoons, you'll like Brave. And you stop, go, Japanese G1 cartoons, you'll like Brave. Because you have to kind of stop and go, wait a minute, you may be thinking, it's not Rebirth.
No.
If you like Japanese formulaic superhero shows that involve robots, you'll like any of these things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because it's all the same.
But yeah, so that's out there, and there are lots of new photos of new things at tformers.com. We'll go into that in just a couple of minutes. Jumping to, actually, real quick, I want to mention this. You like Radio Free Cybertron, obviously, because you're watching or listening. We like you because you're our fan. Why don't you help us out and help us pay for this thing? So if you buy anything at Amazon, you can just go to tfradio.net and click on the Amazon link, or go to tfradio.net/Amazon, and it'll take you right there. You don't pay any more for any item you purchase, but guess what? It helps us out. We would love that, and lots of you have done it, and thank you so much for those who have, and for those who will. We love you.
Can I share an Amazon story I had a couple weeks ago?
Yes.
I was keeping on topic here, using the bathroom at work and playing with my phone. And I bought something off of Amazon and was like, that's how easy it is to support us.
Yeah.
You literally could be taking a crap and just click through it through our site.
Oh, like yesterday I set up that link, tfradio.net/Amazon. It's tfradio.net/Amazon. Yeah.
But how do we find it?
tfradio.net/Amazon. It's great. Yeah, it works really well. And Amazon, and you're great. People, we love you. You can get anything on Amazon. You can get toilet paper on Amazon. I bet, Rob, when you're on the toilet, you could have said, well, I need to replenish my supply of toilet paper, so I'm going to order it from tfradio.net/Amazon.
Funnily enough, I bought a Wi-Fi adapter on the toilet with my phone thinking, you know what, screw those hoverboards. I would never use it.
And the good thing, Brian, is with the Combiner Wars really heating up here, Amazon's will probably be a good place to be looking for Wave 2 before too long.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm buying
pretty much anything.
Yeah.
They have a lot of daily sales, too, for video gamers. You can get, like, a game for practically free.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Amazon rules.
Or you could, subscribe to Amazon Prime. We have a link right from our homepage. Okay, so that's enough shilling for right now. tfradio.net/Amazon.
Buy stuff.
Buy stuff. Just buy whatever you'd buy anyway. It doesn't cost you any more, and it helps us out.
And it helps Brian help me buy bandages and alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah.
It helps me send Massey anger pills.
Yeah, where is Massey? We haven't seen
anger
seen him yet.
pills.
He is. He's hid up in a box. I think he's in Utopia's box getting a snooze.
Don gave him a sedative before the show.
He's smelling those
I'm trying to win him over with love and respect, and not drugs.
So it's a cat, Don. They don't understand respect.
So I'm gonna
or love, apparently.
That's mostly true.
All they understand is like tribute and compliance.
Yeah.
Don.
Oh my God.
That is not. Oh God, Don, are you okay?
Yeah,
I'm generally worried about you.
You're in an abusive relationship, Don, and we want you to know that it's not okay.
Don, I'm your friend. I love you, man. I pick on you, but I love you. Listen to me. You gotta walk away from this cat, man. I don't want to just go further.
We were out walking, and he didn't want to come in, so I had to pick him up, and he.
That's not an excuse.
Look, it was really my own fault. I should have known not to push.
So let me just point out for people who
for
people who are listening to the podcast, the 99% of you, Don has a terrible scar on his arm from the cat attack.
Good. That's like, you know that Slayer cover where the guy's like scratched Slayer into his arm with a razor blade? Don's like 3 syllables there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the whole album title written in at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow.
Oh God.
Okay, let's see here. Let's. Yeah, me too. Dead Skin Mask is the greatest song ever.
Mm.
So, moving ahead. So I will be completely honest. I don't really pay much attention to third-party news because I'm not really a third-party guy. So someone else will have to tell me what the importance of this one is. Maketoys announces remasters. RMO1 Cupola, Chrome Dome, RMO2 Gundog, Not Hound, and RMO3 Hellfire, Not Inferno.
Yeah, these are rumored.
The suspicion is these are going to be masterpiece scale versions of these characters, which we haven't had from anyone yet.
Exactly. And as someone said on the internet, we're back to shadow images again. So yay for that.
Yeah.
But
shadow images of action.
But Maketoys has a good track record of actually like getting their stuff produced.
Exactly. That's why I included this.
Yeah.
And they make good stuff. So yeah, I guess like Hound, I would love to have a masterpiece of.
Yes.
But Chrome Dome could be interesting if it's done well.
What's the matter with the headmasters? Can't they fight without Chrome Dome? Sorry.
There you go.
It's gonna have to be done well for me to jump from the fans project Chrome Dome. I mean, I already have that.
I don't. So if this is not $900,
well, and like, okay, so like the fans project stuff, I can, kind of squint and tilt my head a little bit and integrate it with classic stuff. So that serves a purpose for me. This I'd be more interested in just seeing, like, the engineering they put into it. Because, like, if it's Masterpiece scale and they get a headmaster that's built like Masterpiece Rodimus's offshoot Target Master, get, like, a really capable little minifigure headmaster as part of the deal, they'd really have something solid with that. And, maybe focus more on doing more stuff like that and leave some of the other characters aside for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, because as good as Code is an absolutely wonderful figure with some great engineering. I mean, even now, 2 years after the fact, there is some phenomenal engineering on that figure, but it is definitely not for a Masterpiece shelf.
Right. Yeah.
And I think this is why a lot of people are thinking this is going to be Masterpiece, because Maketoys and Fans Toys are so tied closely together that this is the first figure that Maketoys is doing that Fan Toys has already Fans Project has already done. So that's one of the other reasons that people are thinking that these are going to be the Masterpiece piece.
Because
and there's also like the hint in there about like a new scale, which Masterpiece style toys would be a new scale for make toys compared to what they've done before. But yeah, you're right. They tend not to step on each other's toes a lot, unlike how we do on the podcast here.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the Inferno is they make it even do a
grapple,
grapple
art
or
fire?
stepper. Or art fire, art fire.
Yeah, because that last art fire sold so well.
Actually, I mean, is it still available?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's available.
Is it less than $110 now?
Yeah,
I think it's in the 80 range.
Yeah. See, I got mine when it came out because I figured it would be even worse than Jazz.
I only have 9 versions of that mold. I guess I could deal with another one.
It's a pretty nice mold, though.
Oh yeah, and the colors are great. It's $83 at Big Bad.
I mean, if you were, you got the Cloud Rodimus you ordered, you could just, add another thing on it. Wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
If you've got Stepper,
I don't.
Oh well, as a pair,
okay.
You
awesome.
should have Stepper.
Because see, like awesome. if I hadn't gotten Stepper, I probably wouldn't have gotten Artfire, but I kind of wanted to have the pair of them.
Yeah, I want to know where you're at.
They're quite a handsome pair too.
Yeah,
they are. No, they make a really nice pair together. I like them quite a bit.
Moving ahead, so DX9 seems to be rocking and rolling with some of their stuff. We now have images of their Micro World X05, the Legend Scale, not Cyclonus. And
That's pretty nice.
Pretty
nice, you know it.
Yeah.
I know I'm the oddball, but I'm just not into these Legends third-party figures.
They're awesome.
Well, I don't have any of them to really to play with, but I would I do want to point out if there was only one scale of Transformers, I would want it to be Legends class.
Yeah,
Legends are pretty nice in general. I don't think the Cyclonus doesn't look. Yeah, as Melvar holds up Bombshell. No, but like I don't think the Cyclonus really stands up quite as well as the other third-party Legends figures have been doing. Something about it just not sitting right.
Specifically, the ones DX9 has done, like the Ironhide.
Scourge. The Scourge.
Scourge, Ratchet,
really
cool. Ironhide.
I just generally like the way it looks.
For a Legends class, it's pretty amazing, and it comes with Nightstick.
I do like how the kneecaps turn into thrusters. I just something about that is neat. The rest of it isn't really singing to me, but that I like.
I hope Impossible Toys makes some of these guys. I mean, geez. This Tetrajet is so much fun.
Yeah.
They would have made the Tetrajet at Legend size.
God,
it still would have been terrible.
Of course it would have been terrible. It would have been terrible times 10.
I am so angry at myself for buying this.
I have the Tetrajet, and like the engineering ideas in it are interesting and not necessarily wrong. It's just like the way it's it's like the way it's built is
You know,
It's not working with it.
I think that's where they went wrong. Is like, hey, you want to make sure this toy works? Nope.
Where they went wrong is they built it.
Yeah, that's why I thought you were going with that, Rob.
It's like, if you weren't $20, I would not own you, Mr. Sunstorm.
You got it for 10.
Oh, that's even better. Because I'm like, I could have went to like Five Guys and got something.
Yeah, we know. They were like $10 at was it the TF Source table?
I'm actually playing with the toys you and I bought together at TF Source right now. For the first time, I'm like, man, we should have went somewhere else, Brian.
So, Bad Cube is doing masterpiece scale Insecticons.
And they look
okay.
They look good.
They look good.
They look good. The problem with Bad Cube, or not the problem, but a lot of the reason people has been staying away from Brody and Backland or Outland.
Backland, I think.
Backland.
Yes.
Is they're $180 for the set, so they're roughly $90 a piece, which is kind of it's just, I don't know, it's just a little bit too much for that size. At least to me. I really hope these are going to be under that $90 a piece marker.
So
yeah, we don't really have any release details for these. I would kind of hope being Insecticons that they're a little bit smaller. And they probably come in a 3-pack for like the same 180 or 190 as a set.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to me, the thing about the Insecticons, beyond anything else, and I not knowing this as a kid, they are like the quintessential Diaclone style Transformers to me. The cockpit that they each have for the driver, to me, is like one of the most important parts. While this includes that, I would want one that like really focuses on that, and not that we don't know yet because we haven't seen color ones, but like that is really like the defining feature of those toys for me.
You need them to have the big yellow box.
I want them to have big yellow translucent plastic there, and a driver. Not that we had drivers with the Insecticons, but I would, in theory, would want that.
Well, Masterpiece is supposed to be cartoon accurate, so usually that's what they're supposed to go with, at least for robot mode.
They could totally do, clear yellow for those panels, though. Just no driver.
And well, instead of a driver, it could be a little Bally native that they ate. And you could just put them in the stomach and...
Yeah. Moving ahead, this one I should be way more excited about than I am, but I'm not. Unique Toys Y-01. Why do they have all of these designations? It's like through Takara. Provider, it's a not Octane.
I thought this was really funny, because last week on the show, Melvar was talking about something, how no one wanted Octane, and then like the
was it
next
Broadside?
Day, paused up. I don't know.
It's when we were talking about the
Blitzwing and
Changer.
Astro Train reissues.
The 2-pack.
And then I'm like, oh look, a third-party Octane. This is exactly what we were talking about.
And it actually looks pretty decent in all 3 modes.
Something will have to go wrong. It's an Octane.
Yeah. Oh my God. The classics version is so bad.
Oh,
I'll fill it with real gas and it will explode.
Okay, I'm not going to get on my soapbox. I'm just saying
It's a terrible toy.
that
It's god-awful.
it does have issues, but we have seen worse toys come out.
Not out of classics. It's the worst one. It's the worst classics toy. It's worse than Galvatron. It's worse than Prowl. It's the worst classics toy.
I mean, I hope those wings in robot mode are going to be able to fold down or something, so you don't have to have these big giant wings sticking out behind.
It needs
the whole
wings.
time.
I'm looking at the picture now, diecast of from behind, and the wing tips are the grill of the truck for truck mode. But I don't think they swing backwards, so I thought they might swing backwards. But it looks like if they swing anyway, it'll be swinging forward to make the truck mode. So I think those wings are going to be pretty much where they're at. That's what it looks like anyway.
Ew.
It's still an octane.
Yeah.
though.
I see
Like,
a lot of
apart from-
parts forming.
Apart from any other consideration, it's an octane. So really, who wants octane?
I like the 87 octane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I bought a bunch of that today, actually.
Me too.
2,
So like
3.
I paid $14 and filled up my gas tank. It was kind of amazing.
It's cool because the Ford Fusion usually takes more than $20. Not right now.
It looks like it takes 6.
Yeah.
Hope this isn't some third-party octane going on.
Yeah, it's true. And we haven't talked a lot about Play With This 2 because a lot of their stuff isn't necessarily Transformers-ish. But there's a new update with, gosh. There was
More pictures of not toys.
yeah.
Hey, here's my thing on Play With This too. So I will admit personally, I'm entertained by all the references to 80s properties that they stack on top of each other.
I love that stuff.
I love it. I also have no urge to buy any of it. Like, I enjoy looking at the line art and reading like their concept, write-ups and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's really where I'm satisfied after like looking at their drawings and like picking out the references. I really have no interest, no offense to them, on having like any of this like actually on my shelf. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like entertaining idea, and it's nice to look at. That's about it.
Anything that is like inspired by Inhumanoids, I think I'm going to grab. So yeah, sorry, I'm having some internet issues. Here are the shots. I am interested in this stuff. I think I'm going to pick up it. I'll probably back the Kickstarter once it goes.
Oh, I'll definitely back the Kickstarter, and I love how they said the parts are interchangeable.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be really detailed and really nice. I could be wrong, but I think they're going to be worth picking up.
How big are they? Do we know? Did they tell scale yet?
I'm thinking Voyager sized. If I had to compare it to a Transformer.
All right, that's pretty decent.
But I could be totally off on that.
I might pick up like not Cloudburst, something like that. I kind of have a nostalgia for him, but I don't personally see being a completist. But I don't think many people are going to be with this kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, some internet issues. Like, my internet's screwing up tonight. Sorry about that. God, there's a lot of news on T-Formers. A lot of photos that have posted. The Sega Genesis version of the Mega Drive Megatron is up for pre-order. There are links at T-Formers. Now, here's something. You guys have reviewed Drift Empire of Stone #3 and Angry Birds Transformers #3. What do you guys think?
Angry Birds.
Yeah, pretty much. Of those two, Angry Birds.
Angry Birds is a wonderful comic. It's
is.
like reading cracked Dutch Transformers. It literally, people are like, "Oh wow, how's this stack up against Stop?"
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Eric.
It's not about that.
This is not. Wow, did you know what happened in Mortem ECI this week? Well, nothing for a few months now, but anyway, don't just laugh. They're making fun of Transformers in a playful way. It's amazing. Angry Birds.
Angry Birds.
Sing it with me, guys. Angry Birds.
Yeah.
No,
Sing it.
I don't know it.
Yeah.
You know.
Is there an, is there an,
I know that by heart.
is there an Angry
You and
Birds
me.
song?
They put a soundtrack to it out,
Oh, the Vince DiCola stuff, but yeah.
and one of them just goes Angry Birds in the middle.
I haven't listened to it.
It's pretty good.
Let's go ahead and take a break, and we'll wrap things up with Q&A, because we've had a lot of news, so we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Radio Free Cybertron will return after these messages. And now, another Omni Productions moment.
Hang on! Autobots are a bunch of fools. Don't even think about winning this battle.
Just who do you think you are? Where are you from?
All right, listen up. I'm the ninja consultant for the Decepticons. My name is Six Shot.
Oh, yeah?
Now you know who I am. Look out!
Sneaky. I'll get you.
This is my way of doing things. I never waste my time talking.
Is that right? I'm Ultra Magnus, the Autobots local commander here. Now I want you to see this.
Oh? How come you missed me?
This has been my way of doing things. I fight the way soldiers should.
Talk is cheap, my friend. Let's get the real action.
Jump starters. Jump starters. In the world of the Transformers, no Autobot can jump into action faster than jump starters.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers, robots on the fly. Decepticons, Destroyers attack! The Transformers, more than meets the eye.
The Transformers, from Hasbro.
You can hear our show on Stitcher Smart Radio. Stitcher allows you to listen to your favorite shows directly from your iPhone, Android phone, BlackBerry, or Palm phones. On demand and on the go. Don't have Stitcher? Download it for free today at Stitcher.com or in the app stores. Stitcher Smart Radio, the smarter way to listen to radio. We now return to Radio Free Cybertron.
Can I play Theory
Yes.
Fighter, I guess,
Yeah.
instead of Street Fighter? Okay, how many versions of Metroplex did they do? Like 3? Like, when you count, like, Takara
well, okay.
Hasbro? Was it 3?
Oh, yeah. So 3.
3 variations of him. If one of those had been Metro Titan, would that have been a way better use of resources or time for variants?
Yeah.
Or would he have bombed because in Japan apparently villains don't do so hot?
Okay, so like I don't see that as being like a main Hasbro Takara release, but that totally could have been Comic-Con or ACG, I think was the convention.
Yeah, right. Right.
In
One of
Asia, they got the
those.
equivalent.
I mean, it could have been a mass release because there are a lot of people, mass in quotes, as mass as Metroplex was, because there's a lot of people who didn't get it that wanted it that would take it in that colors just to have the mold.
And like, if I was given the choice between the two, I would go with the Metro Titan
Me too.
colors.
Yeah.
Metro Titan is more interesting in general.
If Utopia is repainted as Metro Titan, I will probably have to take the plunge.
Yeah, you probably will, and we'll help you. We'll help you on the way down.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just thinking about like maybe like if you're a Hasbro Takara exec and somebody's like, we did 3 freaking Metroplexes and like 2 of them were like a waste of time. Like what? Because somebody's trying to say we need 3 Devastators this time around. I know it's like different because he's actually interesting. 3 different colors. That's way different.
Yeah,
but I'm just wondering, like, could they? I would go back, and if I was them, like, I would argue, like, we kind of dropped the ball on at least one Metroplex release. Like, he should have been like a recolor, you know. He should have been Metro Titan.
For the SDCC.
Instead of just a slight deco change, yes.
Yeah, Metro Titan for the SDCC version would have been great.
Yeah, here's how you know that they messed up with the San Diego Comic-Con and the regular release. I got the San Diego Comic-Con, and I didn't need to get the regular release.
Right.
If they do a G1 or G2 Devastator, I'm going to have to get that as my San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm going to have to get the regular Devastator, too. Like,
And I think SDCC Metroplex was really conceived more like, okay, here's one that's a little bit premium. It's more expensive. It's got a fancier packaging. It's got a little more deco on it. And this is the thing that the people who are here or can get the orders in on the leftovers on Hasbro Toy Shop, they get to have it a few months before the general market gets to. It's not a case of, well, they have to buy this and they have to buy the regular retail one. It's all considered in one month together.
And it's only fair that
this is just sneak preview or first edition, however you want to call it in your head.
Yeah, and it's only fair that SDCC fans get it first, because where are the most hardcore of hardcore Transformers fans going but SDCC, because that's the official Transformers convention, right?
Don't get me started on that, Brian. I'm trying very hard to not get on that soapbox again.
So, from Tim. I've been a regular listener for about a year now and have really enjoyed the show. Well, thank you, Tim. With the wonderful news of Botcon being in Chicago this year, I'm really hoping to make the plunge and attend. With that said, I've been trying to look at the past Botcon tickets and package options to get an idea of what to expect for this year. Would any of you guys be able to help me? Meaning what package to pick? Not I need money for the package. I don't think that's what he means. Also, are there any?
Maybe you can help me with that. That would be great.
Yeah. Also, are there any tips of what to focus on as far as the different packages go? Thanks. Yeah, I hate to say it, but for most years I go as a walk-in. or actually, no, I go in as press or as a walk-in because I can, and I usually don't really want the box set. Oh, actually, speaking of, we need to go back and before the end of the show and talk about the Toy Fair or the news from Botcon, which I failed to put in the show notes. But yeah, so wah wah. But yeah, so I normally do walk-in. I kind of hate to say it, but I don't normally buy the convention exclusives. I have on one occasion I got the Primus package, and other than the toys, I didn't get a lot of value out of it. But it was a great set of toys.
Honestly, I really like the Botcon set, so every time I go, I do it.
Yeah, I mean, that's really, like, when you're choosing a Botcon package to go for, that's really what it comes down to. They reveal the box set toys in time for you to know if you want to get them at pre-registration, usually. So, go buy that, and then if you're interested in what the box set has, go for it. If you go as a walk-in, you can still buy, like, the add-on souvenir toys. You'll still have the opportunity to do that. So, just because you get, just because you go as a weekend walk-in doesn't mean you're giving up all the toy options. You just, you will have to get box set on the secondary market if you decide later, though you want those toys. In 2012, I went in with Kilby as press, and I still got a bunch of the souvenir toys because there was some really cool stuff in there, and I didn't need to buy a $300 box set.
I think if you pre-register, you have a set of the souvenir toys basically reserved to you for like a day or two, so you really have time to decide if you want them or not. Not to mention, you're going to be in that line, so it's really...
Yeah.
Yeah. And this year... with I think we should probably go back and talk about what's been leaked for Botcon.
Well, we're going to we will after this.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, that's like, for me, I'll probably skip the box set.
So yeah, it really depends on also, like, there's the golden ticket, which puts you in the front of some lines and stuff. Yeah. I've never done like the toy designer. What is it actually?
The customizer panel.
Customizer panel,
which is awesome.
You think so?
I love it. I love it. I've done it. I've only been able to get into the last 2 years because they've expanded like the attendance, the seats greatly. So
they actually hold like 2 or 3 of them.
Yes.
Now, right?
And that's made it fairly easy, I guess, to get in if you register on like the day they open up registration. Whereas it used to be like, if you weren't right there, there was no way to get in. Like there's like 30 seats and that's it. Anyway, I love it. On that note, if you're going to Botcon and you got the budget, I guess, to shell out for the Primus package, and you don't want to wait in line, one kind of scumbag trick to do is I do recommend the customizing class. So if you do that on Thursday night, you get to get into the short line, like kind of like an express line to get your toys. Or the other kind of scummy loophole around that is if you sign up for the city tour, and you don't have to go to the city tour. But if you're on the list of people going on the city tour, you also get to get in that express line on Thursday night.
Basically,
so if you want to save yourself literally 2 to 3 hours of waiting, you can do the customizing class, which I highly recommend, or you can sign up for their city tour, and you can go if you want, but you don't have to.
What's the city tour this year going to be? Like here, we're
going to
really
McDonald's.
nowhere.
McDonald's is right here.
We're actually going to go into Chicago and then turn around and come back.
The city tour this year is just going to be you get to go play a round of golf on the golf course that Botcon is going to be at.
I regret not doing
Bring
the
your
tour.
own clubs.
I regret not doing the tour in 07 when it was like actually at Hasbro. But didn't they?
I tried.
Now,
if I work from home, no problem.
Having been to a few Botcons myself, Tim,
You went to Botcon?
Yeah, a couple. Hi, my name is Don. Maybe you've heard of me.
Yeah.
Got a cat, right?
But Tim, one thing you can do is if you know someone you trust, someone that you're going with, and they're getting the Primus package. The Primus package is usually the best way to go because you've got all your figures. You do get the free exclusive if you do go and pick up at the show, which is usually sometimes it's a repaint of what's in the box, sometimes it's not, and it'll be a repaint of one of the add-on set figures. It can vary on what you get. But generally those free figures that you get with the Primus package are usually pretty special. That way, with you having the Primus package, then you can go pick up the other add-on sets as well. But if you don't have the money to get the Primus package, but someone that you know is, they can get you the loose bag set. So that way you still get all the basic 5 figures. You don't have the box with the foam, but you still get the weapons, the cards, and everything else. So it's still a good way for you to get a set. And like Brian said, you can, as a walk-in on Saturday, go in to the Collectors Club booth and get whatever they might happen to have left. The downside of going as a walk-in is that there may be some things sold out by the time you get there by Saturday. So it's a matter of budgeting. Just plan your money. If you can swing the Primus package, and I will tell you this, everyone knows this is no big bad secret. So a lot of the times the free one is very highly valued, and if it turns out to be a figure that you're not attached to, you could sell it and probably help pay for your Primus package.
A lot of people do that, including Don.
And what I've done in the past is several years, what they've done is have a troop builder set. For example, one year it was Auto Troopers from the animated Ironhide mold. Another year was Sharkticons. And if you're troop building, fine. But sometimes maybe all you want is 2 instead of 3. That one extra one you don't really care for, if it's a set of 3, you could always sell it in the dealer room or online and help get part of your cost back. So you've got some options to help defray the cost of the Primus package, but that way you know you're getting the free figure and all the bells and whistles. So there's that.
To add on to what Don said, if you really don't care about the toys, it's what, $90 for the weekend pass without the toys? You can literally just buy your Primus package, sell it to someone at cost for the Primus package. They will pay for it before you even go. Like, before pre-reg goes up, and you're like, look, I'm going, I don't want this set, who wants my box set? And someone pretty much, it's like that. Someone's not going, yeah, I'll give you that. Right there, and you can flip it and basically, there's your ticket paid. I've heard about people doing that all the time. Not me, because I want them, but yeah.
Yeah, it happens because like people can afford to get the box set. They maybe can't afford to travel or get the time to travel to go there themselves.
Yeah.
And it's more reliable than getting the non-attending package. Like you get your stuff faster generally.
Exactly. So I was going to say the same thing, Chris. You can get the Icon package, which is the non-attending package, but you don't get the extra figure. You get just a box set, and that's it. But
basically, flip and
Don
switch,
just
man.
plugged in.
Oh, I can tell.
Sorry, I was down.
Yeah.
I was down
We
10%
just got
now.
the sound straightened out, Don.
Who's ready to rock and roll, guys?
Sorry.
Well, it's either that or lose Don altogether.
Don, can you unplug?
I'm down to 10% power, Brian. I can try.
That was a joke.
Oh.
Okay. We need to...
Don is so nice and accommodating, though.
So, show's running long. Let's just jump real quick. A news item we missed. On Transformers Podcast, what was it? Cybercast or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not familiar with it. There's a lot of Transformers podcasts. I'm sorry. But, listen to us. tfradio.net/Amazon.
Notice we actually said the name of someone else's thing.
Yeah.
Everyone follow suit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
cite your sources.
Yeah, cite your sources.
Other podcasts and websites are not your enemy. Thank you.
Yeah. So, so Pete Sinclair was on there, and he had accidentally had some toys in frame, which we think are probably Botcon exclusives. The news item was posted, and an update has since gone out. Chris and I were talking about it yesterday. So what do we think? I would show the photos, but it's kind of hard to tell. So
yeah, it is.
I'm sitting here looking at them, and it's kind of hard to tell.
So what?
Okay, so I want to throw out one reference real quick. Just in response, like between this and Devastator, there's been a lot of scrutiny to pixels in photos, and Zach William, our old friend from Alt Toys Transformers, has coined this lovely term for it: cryptotoyology.
I like that.
Yep, as if we're finding Bigfoot or Nessie in toy pictures.
Yeah, it's almost like a barometer of what does this person have to do today?
Well,
how busy is this person?
In my case, I'm not very busy.
So what'd you find, XV?
Okay, so the figures we can see on the desk include Generation Springer in blue and gray.
Yes.
Arms Micron Breakdown, or it might be the Swerve version. You can't really tell which head sculpt it has, which is in olive or maybe just beige.
So he's Voyager-ish, leader-ish scale.
Complex Voyager is what I've heard it described as. It's Voyager size, but it was never made to fit in Hasbro budget. So.
I think I have it here right now. It's JD's, unless we end up selling that one.
JD had a version of that mold. I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
So there's that. The Springer could be Battle Trap.
Battle Trap.
The Duocon.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying Battle Trap and then
Blue
stop
Bacchus.
it. Thank you.
What was the other?
It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
We had 7 people speaking at once. What was the other one?
Blue Bacchus from Victory.
Okay.
Rodney Dangerfield.
So, what else?
Okay, so there's also a Reveal the Shield Jazz back there, which is in red and white or light gray, and it's got gold details I can see on it, which makes me think it might be Action Master Rad.
That would be rad, and let it tell you about Transformers.
Well done, Rob.
Thank you.
It's also carrying what might be another recolor of Nightstick, or maybe an Armed Micron. I can't identify. The picture's too fuzzy.
Yeah.
Maybe just a gun.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, I hope this is the last time we see that jazz mold for a while. It's a great mold.
Don.
I mean, okay.
Time out.
To the cat right now.
Okay. I like them. I didn't like the mold originally. I do when they have a painting budget for that mold. It looks great. But having gone to several Botcons, I have a lot of this jazz mold already. I'm hoping, like the Mirage mold, we don't see it for a while.
Don, stop having opinions. You're bad at it.
Time out.
We need the Tankor mold. It's the Tankor / Octane mold instead.
I kind of hope it's the Fall with Cybertron jazz mold. Repaint that in a billion things.
Fall of no.
There's things you could do with it.
That's not a horrible toy.
That would improve it.
So
that and the Sideswipe version.
So
it made a really nice Sideswipe, actually.
So we joked that actually we were kind of serious about Voyager size Blitzwing being flywheels, but if Springer's Battle Trap, that will be kind of great.
I would love a flywheels.
That would be a good add-on toy.
That would be a horrible toy choice.
But I will say, if they choose to go that route, I sincerely hope they fix the shoulder problem. I
Okay,
mean,
so I'm gonna respond here like I do every time somebody talks about fixing the shoulders. They cannot be fixed because that part has to be it's like a kind of like a nylon plastic, so it's flexible, so the parts do not snap, and that is why the shoulders don't lock in, because the panel it's on can pull back and release the shoulders just enough. There's
basically
no
keep
way
the rubber bands on.
I didn't realize it was a necessity.
You'd have to do like with the third-party kit, which is like these little wedge things that basically.
It's
fix this thing I bought.
It's basically just something to like deepen the tabs that go into the torso, so it has to pull back farther before it disconnects.
See, I was always under the impression it was machine tolerances that were out of whack.
No, this is just a materials thing for the stability, not stability, just like structural integrity of the toy. Okay. But like, I never thought the Blitzwing mold was that bad. It's an unfortunate flaw because of how it had to be designed, but it's not that bad of a toy.
Anger,
or to use Don wording, it's a good toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it as Double Dealer because of the colors.
Oh yeah,
but also the third-party fix for the shoulders. When the shoulders are fixed, regardless of how it's done, it does like make a difference.
Yeah,
but like it's like, oh man, this is an awesome robot now.
See, I never had a problem with the shoulders because I never took mine out of the box.
Yeah, mine goes still in the box.
Okay, so we got two more toys. One of them, originally I thought this was Classics Bumblebee, but further examination and scrutiny of the pixels, it's actually Legend Swerve in blue. And there's a little partner, like one of the little Target Master partner things, but there is so little detail with that I can't tell it's anything but, red and white and square, which could literally be any of them.
Okay.
And then finally is the only one that is like really clearly, obviously anything, which is Pack Rat.
That's cool.
I would like a new Pack Rat, please.
You're gonna get one from the look of it, Rob.
That's good with me.
Mm-hmm.
That happened like as fast as possible, didn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That toy's still on the shelf.
Yeah, but there's not many repaint choices though for that mold.
There's really not.
Wall rat, but just a blue rat.
But that's what Pack Rat is.
Well, but he's not.
He got made into Pack Rat.
But Pack Rat though isn't a transmetal, so I'm saying transmetal. No.
Okay, so you want them to do this all in chrome.
I want them to chrome it out.
Okay. From what I've heard of how bad the Rat Trap mold is in some cases, you want to chrome that thing.
Yes.
That's asking for just.
It's like that's a good point I had not considered, because that mold has problems at the design level where if you move parts the way they're designed to be moved, they break off.
Yeah.
That's going to be great if that happens on a Botcon toy, isn't it?
Wow. I never had any problems with my Rat Trap.
Mine's still
Not
in
everybody
package.
does. Not everybody does, but I've heard enough about it to think, they better be really careful with that, and they're not going to be. Because this is the same people who have the ears clipped off of their new head sculpt so it'll fit in the toy they want to put it on.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
This is a pretty obscure set. I mean, this is probably...
It's obscure in that we don't know who, 4/5 of the revealed toys are. Yes, it's obscure.
So, I mean, so it's a reference to a previous Botcon figure. It's potentially a reference to, or an homage to, a G1 Duocon, which everyone loves. And
it's either that or a reference to, an obscure Transformers Victory character from one episode with Sky Shadow.
And don't get me wrong. The last thing I would want is a Botcon set that's nothing but the 84 Autobot,
right.
Autobots.
No, I'm not criticizing for obscure character choices, but doing either a Duocon or a Victory character, that is, that's really onto the obscure track.
Yeah, so that's kind of been where we've been going for a while. So,
in all honesty,
including
real quick,
Arms Micron breakdown mold is good too, because that's never been available in the U.S. officially.
Yeah, Rob, you're saying something?
Well, I was trying to say,
he's just punchy tonight.
I know. It's like, don't let him be on video. Don't let him talk. Jeez.
That's not me, Rob. That's you. So
yeah, but what is it? I I was just about to say it's obscure, but this is the place for it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
absolutely.
right. That's exactly right.
It's been like
Yeah.
that for the last few years, anyway.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say one thing. Chris just mentioned how it would be good to get that Swerve breakdown mold in the U.S. since it had been released. I happened to mention last year of how it'd be great to get that in a Botcon set, and then someone said, "Oh, so that way only a select few can get it." So I called this last year that would be a great thing to bring over as a Botcon toy.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Awesome.
It's like that time Desi predicted the Beast Wars Neo Dinobots being in Beast Machines. I mean, even a broken clock.
That was a crazy, crazy guess.
I know.
Let something that's never happened before happen. I bet it's going to happen.
I'm right so little, I have to sort of take whatever victories I can get.
Okay, let's go ahead and wrap things up. I promised Computron 2 that I'd give him a plug, so thanks for giving us that plug on your blog. I tweeted it out, so you're awesome. Thanks for being in the chat every week. We love you. And
thanks, Phil.
Thank you to everybody out there who is watching live. You can catch us live every Wednesday, tfradio.net/live. We start streaming around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's pre-show until about 8:30, then the show starts. We've run a little long this week. We've had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, if you watch the live show this week, be sure to watch the YouTube version too, because these edits are probably going to be pretty amazing.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it's going to be a different show. So that's it for the guys. Catch us next week, and don't forget, on February 14th, skip your loved one and watch Toy Fair coverage with us. It's going to be awesome. Diecast is going to be at the Hasbro event, and he'll be at least on Sunday, maybe for a couple more days. He'll be at Toy Fair with who do you have lined up to speak with right now? Basically everybody but Lego.
Everybody but Lego, because Lego doesn't want to talk to us.
Lego, has a very full round of appointments to juggle, and with limited availability to be there, it's hard to accommodate.
And we don't have a Lego podcast, so who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
We like Creo better anyway.
Yeah, Creo is much better.
Creo is
also
awesome.
Mega Blocks. Mega Blocks are actually really nice now.
That's amazing too. Okay, so thank you very much. We will catch you later. Have a good one.
This has been Radio Free Cybertron. Visit us at tfradio.net for show notes and to subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on Twitter at tfradio for news and updates. Watch our live stream at tfradio.net/live. Join our Facebook fan page at facebook.com/tfradio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, TF Radio Network. Have a question or comment? Leave it on our Facebook fan page or mail it to contact@tfradio.net. This podcast is released under a Creative Commons license. Any part of this podcast can and should be redistributed, but please, proper attribution is required if you know what's good for you. Jeez, when are these guys ever going to move out of their parents' basements?